Hey everybody, it's Rachel here. I thought that I might read an article from a recent article I had published in the Wake Up World. I know that a lot of people like to watch videos, including myself, so I figured I might as well do that here. I'm sitting outside on a beautiful day, spring, and so I thought here we go. It's called I'm Not Going Insane. It's the Universal Awakening, and as I said, you can find this on Wake Up World. So, all right, a few months ago, I woke up one morning, turned on the radio, and it hit me. Oh my God, it's not real, I thought. In a flash, all the scary stories, never-ending wars, and the political hype fomented in the mainstream news appeared to me as one big web of deceptions. I tried without success to convince myself I was wrong. Was I living in a delusional headspace that I would eventually snap out of? Or was I waking up to what reality has actually been all along? Last year I decided I was fed up with my unfulfilling career and with reliving the same pattern in all of my jobs. I hired my own life coach and started meditating again. While reclaiming my spirituality, I started asking higher sources of wisdom to help me along the way. And that's when things really began to happen. Road signs would jump out into my line of sight with messages that seemed to be speaking right to me. Songs on the radio seemed to be directed just at me. I tried to rationalize it all. Maybe I was reading too much into these things, but it kept happening and the messages were right in line with what was going on in my life. As the weeks passed, this started getting stronger. I started seeing number sequences everywhere. First 1111, then 222, then 333, then 444. Then a mix of numbers, usually on clocks, street addresses, or gas stations in some kind of orderly fashion. I was fascinated with repeating numbers. Through numerology, I learned that number patterns can be messages from the divine or angel numbers, thanks to Doreen Virtue. Right now, these numbers are being seen by people everywhere, especially 1111. I have learned that this is the universe trying to get our attention. It is a collective wake-up call to access our true spiritual nature as human beings. A summoning for us to start acknowledging the loving and unified selves that we really are. You've probably heard of the Golden Age, the Age of Aquarius, or the new spiritual era that we are in. Many say it started in 2012 and that there would be an event to end the world, but December 21st, 2012 was just the date of a shift in consciousness, the beginning of a new paradigm for humanity. This shift on the whole has happened gradually. In 2016, however, the awakening accelerated significantly. People are now noticing that we might want to change our lifestyles. We need to find real meaning in our lives. Many of us can no longer tolerate conditions in jobs, relationships, etc. that do not nurture our inner selves. So many of us crave to work with the earth, to help others, to connect with other humans, to nurture children or animals, or simply to live more simply. In my own life, I decided to start a new career. I didn't know at first what that would be. I'd always loved tarot cards and learning about developing my own intuition. So I started doing more of that, and it eventually evolved into a business, which I do now, Soulful Work Intuitive Consulting. Once I started following what my soul really longed for, mysterious coincidences, also known as synchronicities, grew more frequent. I would be looking for something I had misplaced, and it would just show up right in front of me, as if someone had secretly left it for me there. I would be thinking about calling someone, and my phone would ring at that instant with the person on the line. I knew part of this was about intuition, or the sixth sense that we all have. Maybe I wasn't crazy. Maybe I'd just been oblivious to the magnitude of human divine potential that I had subconsciously been keeping in the closet, the part of us that is connected to universal love, dormant for years. I have been blocking so much from unfolding in my own life with my negative emotions of worry, mostly about money, and doubt, mostly of my own abilities. It finally all started making sense. I had always been intrigued by what spiritual books had always taught me, but I never really understood what they were talking about until now. Concepts like we are all connected started to click. Now I really got it. We are literally all connected by energy. And our thoughts and our emotions affect our daily reality. Your negative emotional state emit some kind of frequency in the universe that can affect my energetic body. And my positive emotion can lift you up in kind. This is also known as resonance, which is a concept explained best by Greg Braden, who's the author of The Divine Matrix. And positive emotions such as the bliss produced in meditation has even been shown to reduce crime rates. Like a water droplet jiggling an entire spider web, I started to understand how I could actually transform my life by focusing on what I believe was best for myself and my soul through my thoughts and my emotional state. So I started trying it out on something bigger. In 2015, my husband and I were having another baby, and our tiny house wasn't going to fit 4 people. I made a point of visualizing what I wanted, wrote that vision down everywhere, talked about it openly and often, and I prayed. Then I started taking action, connecting with people and talking about my life goals. I focus on a home with more space, in nature, with privacy, near our workplaces, and in a loving community. This is where I am right now. Soon after, my parents started talking about downsizing. They asked us if we wanted to buy half their house from them to convert the rest into an in-law space. I was so opposed to the idea of living in my parents' house that I said no. Months later, after a comment from my uncle at Thanksgiving, I realized that this house was the answer I'd been seeking. I had been blind to the opportunity right in front of me out of my own fears. Fast forward a year later, and we are now living in a multi-generational home, along with everything else I've requested. Here's what I now understand, that even though we've been asleep for so long, thanks in large part to the junk entertainment, bad food, soul-crushing workplaces, and think inside the box educational institutions, many of us now acknowledge some kind of magic in our existence. We've been led to believe that we lack the ability to control and co-create our lives. Under the iron fist of traditional religious institutions, we were encouraged not to directly access divine guidance ourselves. We were told that religious authorities, like priests, were the only ones connected to God. So we didn't understand that we actually could simply ask higher forces to assist us in our everyday lives. And with the editing and omission of mystical truth from religious texts like the Bible, we were unaware of the metaphysical powers within each human being. We didn't know that we could actually create a reality for ourselves by using just our own thoughts and emotions. But as in a deep slumber, many of us have now awakened. We are meditating more and tapping into our inner selves, expanding our intuition to receive higher guidance. We are taking action by speaking up for justice, equality, and truth, by demanding access to clean water, and defending our natural environment. And more of us are creating lifestyles fueled by spirituality, sharing our crafts in the arts or in music, farming our land or building something beautiful and useful for others. To truly elicit change we crave, we must stop giving our power away to our leaders. They don't create our country, we do. We can be proactive instead of reactive. And we can ask for guidance from whatever universal power that we believe in to assist us. We can actually transform our lives with this magic through dedicated inner work, separating from the illusions about our reality and working to co-create our own destinies. Knowing that we can take back control of our lives by allowing our higher selves to show us the way is the ultimate liberation. For me, it has been the only answer. This is a sign of the shift in consciousness, a universal recognition that we are connected to a loving divine source, and we have the ability to heal ourselves and our planet. Each and every small decision we make matters, from what kind of shampoo we use to what kind of water we drink. But we must start using our power, and we must start acknowledging our true spiritual selves. Along the way, we can ask ourselves, how can I best be of service? How can I best assist others? The beautiful Hawaiian prayer, Ho'oponopono, I'm probably messing that up, Ho'oponopono, can help us to set the tone for love and can carry us forward. And that prayer is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. The message of love will be what transforms us and our world. Thank you for listening. Hope you all have a wonderful day If you want to find this article, you can check it out on my website, soulfulworkconsulting.com, or you can find it on Wake Up World. It has a lot of amazing, enlightening articles there. Thanks so much.